I hope that for Scheim's sake, Drake May can turn it around.
Whoa, what a rough weekend.
Nothing can turn around. He's been fine.
He's got a lot invested in.
They haven't even put pads on. They just put pads. They're putting pads on for the first time today. It's fine.
Scheim, I'm with you, though, brother.
Great.
I'm with you.
I don't know what Wiggy, you were 100% right when you brought it up earlier. He should be taking every single rep with the first team.
This is a mistake by Mayo.
You see what they're doing, Greg? They're laying the foundation for a bad start. He didn't have enough reps with the one.
It's going to be Mayo's fault. Is that what you,
I think this is listen, I know we have, what do we call it, Mondays with Mayo?
You haven't criticized Gerard Mayo yet.
No.
Yet once.
What do we call it, Mondays with Mayo?
Yeah.
This is mistakes with Mayo. I think it's a mistake for him, Mayo, not to be like, hey, Drake, you're getting every rep with the ones. You're the guy. We're going to get all the, the issues and the learning curve and all that. We're getting all that out the way in training camp and preseason. Do they have any inter-squad practices with anybody? Are they doing that?
I don't know.
I believe they are.
Right. Yeah. Like this is where you should be getting all those things, those mistakes that you potentially could make during the regular season. Let's get them out of the way. You're our guy. The fact that you're not giving him the reps with the ones, with the one offensive line, the one receivers and tight ends. We know who those guys are. We know who. Just look, when David Andrews is in the huddle and Hunter Henry's in the huddle, then those are the two guys, and Ramondre Stevenson, the three guys that say, okay, is Drake May in the huddle with those guys? And if he's not, I think Mayo's making a big mistake. Why? What are you waiting for? What are you doing letting Jacoby Brissett get these valuable reps?
603 texter on the Subaru of New England text line. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Says they already know that Drake May's the guy.
So why not give him the reps? That would be like, when we were going through our whole thing looking for Courtney.
Oh, we're not.
No. I'm saying, like, all right, we're picking Courtney's gonna be the person, but yet we're letting somebody else come in here and get the majority of the time on the radio. No, like, let Drake May learn on the job.
Baptism by fire.
And training camp, this is the best time.
So Courtney's the person. Why waste your time with other things?
Right. Did the man die? He did.
But you are right, Wiggy and Scheim. Like I don't understand what the point of this is. We talked about it last week. There is no example of a mediocre, middling starting quarterback beginning the season as the starter when you have a top 5 pick waiting in the wings. It just doesn't happen.
What happens in week 3 or 4? Let's say the team's not playing well. Jacoby Brissett's not playing well. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to say, the hell with it. Let's throw Drake May in there.
Okay, but can't you argue that going out there as a rookie and you have questions about your offensive line, questions about who your weapons are receiver wise,
right?
Can't you do significant damage mentally, like maybe you did to Mac Jones by starting him week 1 and he gets
but Mac Jones' best season was his rookie season. That damage mentally to him was done by the head coach and other things later, and himself, because he's a mental
You're thinking more along the lines of Josh Rosen, the guy that was with the Jets who – was it Josh Rosen when he was like, I'm seeing
no, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, excuse me. You're thinking more along those lines. I look at it – you kind of look at some of these young guys like the Polk kid. He's going to be a guy that you depend on. Pop Douglas, a guy that you depend on. Some of these young receivers are going to be guys that you depend on. So why not get Drake May in there, get Drake May behind the offensive line.
Have them all learn together.
Because I understand that you're like, who's the offensive line? Well, you know that you got David Andrews, you got Michael Onwenu, you got City So, and then you're trying to figure out who your left tackle might be or who your right tackle might be. And why not let the kid and Drake May learn on the job, and then you say, hey, all right, we're going to have some struggles with our left tackle. Let's figure out how to get the ball out quickly.
And Wiggy, you played this when the Patriots hit the midway part of 2001. I think you guys lost to the Rams, and Belichick met the media and said, I'm no longer splitting reps.
Right.
It's not fair to the starting quarterback because of how important those reps are, right?
Yep.
I mean, so at some point, they kind of have to do that, right? Like, doesn't Drake May stand the most to gain by getting all the first-team reps?
Yes.
Is this team a playoff team with Jacoby Brissett as the starter?
No.
Even close?
No.
So then I don't even know how it's a conversation.
Well, that's what we talked about on Friday. I know Wiggy wasn't here, but I asked the question, how much of a fall off is it if you go from Jacoby Brissett, who is, game ready, is a vet in the league, to a new guy in Drake May? It's not really that much. Like, I don't think Jacoby Brissett is going to be the difference maker in whether or not you make a postseason.
See, I think it's the other way around. I think it's a fall off going with Jacoby Brissett rather than Drake May.
There you go.
Okay, so why is he doing it then?
Listen, I don't know, and maybe we'll get a chance to ask
what would
him
Bill
those
be doing?
He'd be saying everybody's competing for the position.
Right.
Correct.
But then it would be like...
So is it a mistake for Mayo then to say that Jacoby Brissett is your number one heading into camp?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
And I'm not sure.
Right.
So I don't, you asked what would Bill do?
That's why Bill used to say it that way.
Right. And I don't, but I would, I would forget about what Bill says, and I would look at the rep distribution between the two when it comes to the ones, because that shows you who they're thinking about. You know what I mean? And that's what I would be looking at. And
Jacoby Brissett is getting more.
And that's a problem. That's what I'm saying. That to me is the problem. Drake May should be getting more. He should be getting all those things. I think you're a better team with Drake May than you are with Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, Jacoby Brissett is the veteran. He's played in the NFL. He kind of knows what the NFL is. But Drake May gives you a better opportunity to win.
You also have so much more to gain with Drake May than Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett is a known commodity. He is not going to get better over time here. Drake May, however, will get better over time. He is an unknown commodity at this time, and the more you play him, the more opportunities he gets, the more he can learn and adjust and adapt, the better he is going to be and the better he is going to get.